Hi guys. So as we all know that the road to success or the road to leading to achieve your dreams are not smooth. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. Okay, but they are always there to strengthen us, to empower us, to make us stronger, to learn from them. They are not there to scare us. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you my personal challenges that I went through, and I'm still going through some of them working here in Saudi. So guys, my first challenge was language barrier. Guys, language barrier, it's a very huge problem when you are first moving in here from another country, because this country, the only language they speak is Arabic. Okay, it's Arabic everywhere, anywhere, at any time, at any moment. So language has been a very great problem for me, because working with them, at least you have to communicate with them, you have to talk about things, you have to sort things out. And how are you going to deal with all that without knowing how to speak their language? Not even a word. It was a great problem, but alhamdulillah, most of them can speak English. Most of them are educated, so they can speak English. So should, in case you are lucky to have such a person in your house or in your family, then I think you are good to go, because at least one person in your family or in your house should be able to speak English. That was the only thing that helped me out, because I was able to communicate through somebody to help me out with people who cannot speak English. And one funny thing about them is they really don't care if you cannot speak Arabic. They always find a way to influence you to get into the language. And I think it's a great opportunity to let you pick it up quickly. It helps a lot, because if they abandon it, like you cannot speak the language, so there is no need to speak it with you. How then will you learn? But no, they speak it, they go ahead to say a lot of stuff that you may not understand. You just have to find a way to pick it up. You just have to find a way to adapt with it. I remember once when I first came here, the family I went, my madam cannot speak English, so, and I mostly communicate with her, because most of the times everything I do it's through her. So it's kind of difficult when her husband or there's nobody around to translate. So sometimes she have to use signs, she have to use her hand, or have to show me what she's talking about. It's kind of difficult, as that was the first time. It's very difficult without Arabic. Working here, it's kind of difficult, but alhamdulillah, with time, the language is very difficult, kind of, but you can learn quickly. Okay, one thing I did and it helped me was jotting down the words on a book or on a note. Okay, when they say something and you don't understand, and after they explain to you, you have to write it down in a way that you can read it by yourself, or you can pick it up and check it out and notice, oh, this is what is this. So next time they don't have to repeat it over and over and over again. So language barrier has been a great problem personally, but alhamdulillah, now I can cope with it. Yeah, so we are all here to learn. Guys, another challenge for me was racism. Okay, as we all know that racism globally, Africans normally face this problem, you know. So I have at the back of my mind that this kind of thing may happen, may pop up. I have my way of dealing with such a thing. So most of the times, I think the media has been showing false side of Africans. Most medias are not showing the real Africa. So the information out there, it's other way around about Africans. So when they see you like a black, and they have unlimited idea about what a real African is. So sometimes I take advantage to educate most of them. If you one thing about me is, if you disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you as well. But when you respect me, I will respect you. That is how I deal with my things. So when I came here, firstly, they'll be looking at you in a weird way, and that is very uncomfortable. I think this kind of issues, we cause it ourselves. Most of us cause it ourselves. Okay, whatever you go out there saying about where you are coming from is the way they are going to treat you. I remember I worked with one woman over here, and she was like, Ghana, Africa, it's green, and I was like, what does she mean? But it's green. She said yes, that's what she knows, and that's what she saw on the media, that Africans it's green. She mean it's full of grasses and there's nothing better to see. And I was like, really? So I picked up my phone and I went on YouTube to check some few videos, and I showed it to her. This is Ghana. Africa is not what she thinks. Africa is just like any other country. We have everything. There is nothing here in Saudi Arabia that when you go to Africa you would not see. There are beautiful places that she have to be there. So every day I have been influencing her that she must go there. And so I think before, the opinion she was having about Africans has gradually changed, because I was able to talk with her, show her some things about Africa. So I think most of the times, whatever it is that we are posting out there, or whatever it is we are discussing with them, or we are talking with them, it's what they think about us. So we have to be careful what we say or what we do. So racism is a very great challenge, and I think sometimes you should have it in mind, always have it in mind, that when you're going out there, when you're African and you are going out there, you'll be facing this problem. You should know the way to deal with it. Okay, you should have your own way to deal with it. So yeah, guys. So guys, my next challenge was weather condition. You see, the weather here, it's far different from the one in your country, and I am from Ghana, and the weather in Ghana, it's far different from the one in Saudi Arabia. And so when I first moved in here, the weather has been a great challenge to me. I have to adapt with it gradually, and I went through a lot, sickness and all that of thing. When you're adapting to something new, you have to undergo the challenges. Some sickness, some light sickness. It wasn't easy, but with a short period of time, I was able to adapt with it. And the weather in Saudi, it's very strict. When it's summer, then it's summer. When it's winter, it is winter. What I mean is that when it's summer in Saudi, it's super hot, super hot. And sometimes I have to use ice. I have to freeze ice to take a shower with it, because the water, it's super hot. You can't take it. I can't take a shower with it. It's super hot. So sometimes I have to freeze it from the freezer and keep it down for a lot of hours to freeze before I can use it for showering. So guys, comment down below if you have ever done such if you ever done such before. And when it's winter here, it's super cold as well. It's super cold. So I think it's not deceiving. The weather is not deceiving. It's very straightforward. You know the season for winter, you know the season for summer, so you just have to prepare yourself for it. That was it. So it wasn't changing, or it's not dramatic. It's very straight and very you can cope with it. So that was my another challenge that when I first moved in here, I went to undergo, but it wasn't that difficult for me. Within a few moments, I think it takes 1 year to experience both the weather, so it wasn't that much challenging anyway. I was able to adapt with it. You see, all these challenges are not something you have to be scared of. Okay, I'm not here to scare you off, or I'm not here to make you change your mind of coming here. Okay, this is my experience. This is what I face. These are some of my challenges, my personal challenges. So actually, these challenges make you learn and make you undergo a process of keeping you strong and healthy. It makes you ready that you can go anywhere, you can face any kind of thing. So I think it's a good thing, and I personally love learning. I love learning. I love to adapt with other countries' way of living, their ethnics, their culture. So I think it's a great thing for me. Yeah. So guys, my next challenge was the dressing code. Okay, as we know, they are Muslims, and Muslims, you dare not expose any part of your body, okay? So always you must cover up your body parts. You wear whatever it is you want to wear, then you put on the abaya, which is the traditional wear for the ladies. Okay, so all your body parts is well covered, not like in your country, which you can wear whatsoever you want to wear when you are going to the grocery, or you are going to the pharmacy, or to anywhere you are going. But over here it's different case altogether. Okay, you dare not do such things, you will be arrested. It's a haram. So you have to cover up yourself with the abaya. The only body part that will be left will be your eye, your two eyes, okay, which you have to use for walking and peeping and doing things around. Apart from that, nobody wants to see anything. Cover up yourself. It's so interesting. First it was a great challenge to me, because when I wear the abaya, I feel so uncomfortable. I feel like, God, it's so big, especially on summer when the sun is hot, and putting on abaya all the time. God, it's super tiring and annoying. But now, I became addicted to it, so I think I'm good to go with it. So yeah, that is it about the dressing code. And guys, if you are watching me now and you have a challenge, you have a difficulties with fixing the scarf when you first came, leave a comment down below because I had a challenge fixing the scarf like I did now. It was a great challenge to me. Sometimes I have to use safety pin to hold some spaces, just not to be moving around, moving on my head. It has been a great challenge to me, but now alhamdulillah I can fix it within a short period of time, maybe 5 seconds. So guys, another challenge to me was food. I love food. I don't joke with my food. So when I first moved in here, the only thing I was impatient to find out was food, kind of food they have. And guess what? Rice is one of their most popular most popular food in Saudi Arabia. It's everywhere. Rice. Okay, so I think that is the only food that I was able to relate with. And because rice is a global food, we all know how to eat rice. But it got to a point that I became fed up with the rice, and the only thing I was able to mix up was noodles. Okay, so it's rice, noodles, chicken, rice, noodles, chicken for me all the time. But it got to a point that I became so fed up with it that I don't want to smell it, I don't want to eat it anymore. But I have no choice but to start eating their food. One thing about me is I'm not picky. Okay, I'm not picky. So I was able to adapt with their food within no time, and I became in love with their food. God, I love every food. I love their traditional foods. Guess what? I became one of their fan, and all their food, even roast. I don't want to see roast again, but I fall in love with Saudi Arabian's food. So yeah, so when you are coming here, know in mind that you're not going to find all your local dishes here. The only common food you can get is roast, which you can relate with at least, and noodles. But as time goes on, you're going to fall in love with their food. Okay, their food is very tasty and very delicious. Guys, another problem was restriction. Guys, restriction in Saudi Arabia is very high, very high. When I first came in here in 2016, I guess December, restriction is something else. Even at that time, ladies don't drive. Okay, but alhamdulillah, now things are gradually improving. Things are changing, not like before. Everything is changing gradually, and I know in the next 5 years things are really going to change in Saudi Arabia. So restriction has been a great problem, because the ladies are not allowed to do so many things. Like a lot of things ladies cannot do by themselves. There are lots of things you want to do by yourself, but you are not allowed to, just like you do in your country. No, Saudi Arabia is something different altogether, and in that case you become uncomfortable. You are even scared of doing things. You have to be very conscious. You have to ask questions before taking or doing anything you want to do. Yeah, so that was it about restriction for me. And most of the times when you are working here, you are restricted, especially when you are working under a company or a domestic worker. You'll be restricted from a lot of things. You are not privileged to do a lot of things, but I think at the end of the day, it's your safety that matters here. So all this restriction has been put down, especially with the domestic workers. You have a lot of restriction as a domestic worker. You don't have much freedom to go out or by yourself. If you want something, if you need something, then they have to bring it for you. They have to get it for you, or they have to pick you along to get it. But you cannot go out there all by yourself because you don't have a family, you don't have a friend. So should in case something happens to you out there, they will be responsible for whatsoever happens to you. So I think all this restriction is for our own good, to be safe and to be secure. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate. Please and please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly hit the subscription button and please press on the notification bell so you can be notified and can be the first person to watch my videos anytime I post a new video. I'll be uploading a lot. Anything you want to know about Saudi Arabia, I'll be uploading. Check out my videos, be connected, and please leave a comment down below what next you want me to do, to talk about Saudi Arabia, what you want to know about Saudi Arabia. And please, once again, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate. Till we meet again, live a good life. I wish you all the very good best and stay happy.